Oh, you're looking gorgeous. You're looking gorgeous. Beautiful. Man, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I was getting a little burnt out on the Darrell Brooks. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was getting a little burnt out, and I had to switch it up. And I was really enjoying the other topics. You know, we have the Predator guy. We have all these other people trying to pull kids into bathrooms. Just, something refreshing, and they all end with a good story. It's not like horrible things are happening in the past couple videos. But with that being said, we are taking a swerve back. We're taking a look back to the Darrell Brooks trial because I know my fans, my people are enjoying the series. So we're going to jump right back into this. We have the police officer, one of the police officers that saw Darrell Brooks, gave a description, all that information, and of course, I live for the Darrell Brooks cross-examination, to be honest. Prosecution to me is not even as interesting, but we need prosecution to go ahead and ask so that Darrell can go and do, so he can do his cross-examination. Anyways, people, without further ado, I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. We're going to jump into this episode and look out for another episode today. And it's going to be on something completely different. Like I said, I'm trying to diversify. And I need to dig into you guys' direct messages. There are a lot of direct messages on Instagram. I know I need to get through them, and I'm going to start dropping content on that as well. So let's get into this.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Please have a seat. The first thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last names for the record and spell each.
Ralph Salyers III, R-A-L-P-H. Last is S-A-L-Y-E-R-S.
I'm the third. Ralph Salyard the third. That's funny. Okay, so my name is officially, everybody calls me Alan, right? Everybody calls me Alan, A-L-L-E-N. But I'm the third, and Alan is just a piece of my name because I have a much longer name. That's why I say my family calls me just Alan, because I have a much longer name. But I'm also the third, so it's pretty interesting. It's pretty funny. I don't really know too many thirds.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Sir, how are you employed?
The city of Wauwatosa Police Department.
What county is that in?
It's in Milwaukee.
Not Waukesha.
Correct.
Do you recall where you were on the afternoon of November 21st, 2021?
Yes, I was at the Waukesha Christmas Parade.
In downtown Waukesha?
Yes.
What were you doing there?
I was attending the parade with my family. My daughters were walking.
Oh, he was attending. I thought he was a cop there. Damn, imagine attending and not having all the gear that you would want to have to go and get this asshole.
In the parade with their dance team.
Were you on duty?
No.
That was not the extreme dance team, was it?
No, it was Liberty Dance.
Thank God it was not Extreme Dance Team. I was going to say, did his daughter get hit by the guy too? Okay. I'm going to stop pausing so early, but I could imagine you're a cop and you see some crazy shit like that happen and you're just not even on the clock. Crazy.
Okay. Did you watch them go down the parade route and perform?
Yes.
Do you remember where you were standing when that happened?
Yes, I was standing on the southeast corner of Maple and Main.
Okay. Are you familiar with the Curry Insurance Building?
No.
Okay. Do you remember any other businesses or landmarks in that area?
The corner where we were standing, there's a parking lot right there. It's like one of the only parking lots in the area.
Did you leave the parade at some point?
Yes, once my daughter's the team passed by, we went to pick them up at the Cutler Park, which was the rallying area for after the parade.
Where is Cutler Park in relation to where you were observing the parade?
Would be about a block south and a block east.
Okay. Are there any public landmarks in that area other than the park itself?
The library's right there.
I don't know how cops are able to be like, yeah, it was a couple ways south and then a couple ways east, and I was standing on the southeast corner of. How do you know the direction, like, without a compass in hand? Like, I don't know how they be doing that. You guys in the comments, let me know. I know there's probably. I need to be able to distinguish that. I feel like I'm old enough to know my north, south, east, and west, but every time I need to know, I'm looking at my watch like, okay, Okay, that's the north end. That's the north direction. Like, how do you know without having that? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Waukesha Library.
Yes.
What happened after you got to the Waukesha Library?
We picked my two girls up, and we were intending to go back and finish the parade, but it was a little cold and windy, and we decided to head home.
So what happened next?
We were walking back. I had driven separately. I came later to the parade to surprise them, so I had driven separately, and we walked back to the middle school parking lot where my wife had parked. My wife and her mother-in-law and my youngest daughter left with her, and then my older daughter and I continued to walk toward my vehicle.
Daddy's little girl.
What happened as you were walking towards your vehicle?
As we were walking south down Maple, on the east side of the sidewalk, I saw an SUV driving behind the houses on the west side of Maple, and I just assumed it was driving in a alley or a driveway. As I lost visual of the SUV was driving behind houses, I heard a crash, which I'm familiar with vehicle crashes. It sounded like a vehicle crash. The vehicle then emerged a little bit further south from behind one of the residences there and drove down the driveway of that residence toward the street, toward my daughter and I.
Wait.
And then what happened?
I saw that.
I'm trying to figure out if this is before or after. He said it was behind houses because remember, they found the truck in somebody's driveway. So this might be after the parade. This is like post-parade. This is what I'm thinking. So he doesn't even know that there's chaos happening so far. But what I'm trying to figure out is this before he enters the parade or after, and he's trying to figure out where to dump the car. Damn.
The front end of the SUV was severely damaged.
Yep. What I tell you. So this is after that. So he actually found the parade guy. He found him right after the parade and didn't even know it. And he's driving behind houses trying to be low key. Bro, after you destroyed a whole parade, you're trying to be low key in the area? See, he knew he needed to get out of that car because the police would have swarmed it. But that's crazy. You just think you're seeing a regular event, and all of a sudden a big-ass busted SUV that ran through a whole parade pulls up. Like,
and put two and two together, thought the damage was from the crash I had just heard. So the vehicle came, eastbound down the driveway toward the sidewalk. I was standing across the street from it, and then it came to a stop. I saw the driver of the vehicle exit the vehicle. He came around to the front of the vehicle, looked at it, and yelled, "Fuck," and appeared to be panicked, went back and got items out of the driver's side of the vehicle, and then ran southbound.
that's crazy. So what that tells me is that the parade didn't render the vehicle inoperable. He crashed that shit after he did all the bullshit. So listen to me, guys. This guy did all that bullshit, killed all those people, wounded all those people, and was still able to get away. And he ruined it by crashing behind somebody's house. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that something? That's why I'm telling you, karma's in full effect, because there's no way you can't tell me that's not karma, like, coming right back around at him. He actually destroyed his car after the parade in somebody's driveway. I like how he's like, he just looked down and yelled, "Fuck," because he knew he was going to jail. At that moment, he knew for sure now, I'm getting caught.
The vehicle that you're talking about, do you remember what color it was?
Red.
It was a maroon Ford Escape.
Okay, see, my boy, he's not even playing around with us. I was saying red. No, sir. No, sir. Let me correct you. That was a maroon Ford Escape. Actually, 1998, sir. This guy is specific. I don't know if it was a 98, but you could tell he's a cop for real. For real.
What direction was the front of the vehicle facing when it came to a stop? It's facing east.
How do you know that, bro? It annoys, now it's irritating me that he knows his direction so well. Crazy. I need to learn that. Next video, I'm gonna tell you guys like, yep, I figured it out. That's always north, so therefore this is south, east, west. I don't know. I'm gonna figure that shit out.
And where were you in relation to the vehicle and the street?
I was directly across the street from it on the sidewalk.
Were there any vehicles between you and the red SUV that you've described when you saw the driver get out?
No,
Were there any other obstructions between you and the vehicle as you saw the driver get out?
no.
So this destroys the theory that there was multiple people in the car. Because remember, he tried to ride with that narrative for as long as he could. Like, what if there was more than one person in the car? You know, did you get a good look? You know, this and that and the other. No, one driver came out, yelled fuck, went back in, gathered a few items, and took off like a guilty person.
Do you remember approximately how long, in seconds or minutes, you saw the driver as he was getting out and then leaving?
It was just a few seconds. If I had to guess, 10 to 20.
Okay. And you've already said it was across the street. Do you remember approximately how many feet it would have been between you and the driver?
Objection, speculative.
Oh my God, I almost said object. I wish I said it, bro. It crossed my mind that Darrell didn't say anything for a while. I literally almost said objection, speculative. Hilarious. Bro, Darrell is in my head right now. What is going on?
Overruled. You may answer.
Get that water. Get that Kirkland brand water.
If I had to guess, maybe 50 feet at most,
50.
from one side of the street to the other, plus the length of the vehicle.
Could you describe the lighting conditions at that time in terms of sunlight and street lamps, if there were any?
Objection,
Yeah, it was-
relevancy.
Overruled. You may answer.
It was pre-dusk, I would describe it as.
So pre-dusk is before. I feel like dusk things get kind of hard to see, but pre-dusk is almost like the brightness of the evening. Like the sun is shining almost at like in a sunset manner to where you could see everything in a nice orangish color. So now we're seeing everything quite well at this time of day or
How would
evening.
you describe the physical appearance of the driver
Black,
What he was wearing?
and any other physical descriptors?
black dreads.
Well, he just looked to be kind of in a panic. Obviously, I just thought he was involved in a crash. And he was wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt and blue jeans.
What about race?
I would have
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled. He may answer.
I would have described him as a light-skinned African-American or possibly Hispanic male.
Light-skinned African-American, or I like this guy, super professional. I would have said, yep, black dude, dreads. But
And you, in fact, you you gave a statement to a fellow officer shortly after this happened, the next day, is that right?
Yes.
And that's the description you gave to that officer?
Yes.
You've seen news reports about this case in the days or the time since November 21st, is that right?
Yes.
And you've seen photographs of Darrell Brooks in other contexts, is that correct?
Objection. I do not consent to being called that name, nor do I know that individual. And
well, guess what, sir? That's who you are, and that's how we're referring to you. So shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up! If you guys get that reference, hit me up in the comments.
is
Go ahead. You may answer the question.
speculative.
It's not speculative.
Clearly.
Yes.
The person you saw get out of the driver's seat of that SUV on November 21st, do you see that person in the courtroom today?
The
Yes.
objection is hearsay. How he's speaking as a first eye-hand witness.
Overruled. I believe he answered, but could you state it again?
Yes, I see him. He's sitting at the defense table wearing a suit with a blue tie and a white surgical mask.
And just to
No, it's a blue surgical mask. He just has it inside out like a moron.
Darrell, could we please have Mr. Brooks remove his mask for a moment?
Please. Mr. Brooks, please remove your mask.
There you go. There you go, bitch.
Thank you. The
Good
record should
boy.
reflect the mask
Good boy.
testimony.
Shit.
How
man.
confident are you in your identification today?
100%.
Is your identification in court today colored in any way by seeing pictures of Mr. Brooks in other contexts?
Objection, speculative.
Overruled. He may answer.
No.
Can you describe the difference, if any, between Mr. Brooks' appearance today and his appearance on November 21st?
Objection, hearsay, and speculative.
It's neither one of those things. The objection is overruled. The witness may answer.
Objection.
He gets really rowdy when big information starts to come out. Like, I'd say this is one of the major key witnesses because he can see Brooks coming out of the car. You have Erica Patterson and a lot of the police officers that witnessed him, a lot of the witnesses that was in the parade that saw him. They're like the biggest witnesses, and whenever stuff like this comes out, he starts throwing out like random objections, just panicking.
Is irrelevant.
It is relevant. He may answer.
Not if he identified me already, so he said.
Mr. Brooks, please. The objection's been overruled. The witness may answer.
He's got very short hair right now, and he didn't then.
What did his hair look like on November 21st?
Objection,
Overruled. You may answer.
relevancy.
Go ahead. You may answer, sir.
He had longer hair.
I'm going to ask that we put up for the witness only exhibit number 65. Please.
I hate that description. He had longer hair. Like, what was going on? His hair was long. It was like to his, like, you know, like he had longer hair. That could be like an afro. That could be like, that could, you know? I don't know. Bad description, guy.
Do you see a video on the screen in front of you?
Yes.
We're going to play a few moments from that video just to give you a chance to see if you recognize what's shown.
Somebody's always smoking a blunt in court. You guys notice that? Somebody's always chiefing a fat blunt in the courtroom because all you hear is like every time, every courtroom, somebody rolled up a fat backwood or something because, like, I don't know if it's because it's super quiet and we're hearing all the coughing, but I'm like, damn, dog, like, take it outside.
Okay, that's good. We played 7 seconds out of the total of 36 seconds on this. But you recognize that video?
Yes.
What does it show?
It shows me walking southbound on the east side sidewalk of Maple, just south of, I think that's Prospect. Walking my dog Elvis and walking with my oldest daughter Ava.
Is that an accurate depiction of that scene as you saw it today?
Objection.
Overruled.
Move
You may
exhibit.
answer.
Yes.
Thank you.
Move exhibit 65 into evidence and ask to publish.
Exhibit 65 has received permission to publish as granted.
Objection, relevancy.
Overruled.
This is 36 seconds. Let's play it through one time at 100% speed, please. You can go ahead.
There they go. So this is already after Brooks did his bullshit. And he's just taking his older daughter back to his car. And lo and behold, you see him pull up. I wish they had that on camera, to be real. That'd be absolutely epic if they had that on camera.
Go back to the beginning and pause it at the beginning there. Do you see yourself at the beginning of this video?
Yes.
Could you circle yourself for us? That's a touch screen. Just use your finger.
He had like a red hat
Thank
on.
you.
or some
We can
shit.
clear that. You're the only person walking a dog in this video. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's play, and we'll pause at another point. Pause there at 4 seconds. You mentioned Prospect. Could you draw a line down Prospect for us? Okay, so that's the only cross street we can see clearly in the video. Correct?
Yes.
And do you see any vehicles on Prospect at this point?
See two.
Could you circle the one with...
Clearly more than 2 vehicles.
On Prospect.
I'll
was the question.
clarify.
No, you said on Prospect. He answered. His answer may stand.
Where's Prospect? Where are you from?
He already
Brooks
drew a
is
line.
so fucking slow, he doesn't even understand. He can't even keep up. He's like, there's clearly more than one car. Yeah, there's like fucking 20 cars in the picture, dumbass. Oh, is he paying attention? I feel like he doesn't even like have a good enough attention span to understand that we're talking about another road. Like, clearly 2 cars in Prospect. They drew a whole line, Brooks. Pay attention. Like, catch up.
The witness would redraw the line for Mr. Brooks. Thank
See?
you.
Catch up, bro.
Go
Like,
ahead.
Do either of those vehicles have, appearing to you today, to have an inoperable headlight?
yep.
Yes.
Which one? If you could circle it, please.
Obstruction leading.
It's not leading. He may answer.
Thank you. We can clear that. And we'll resume at 4 seconds, please.
Is that Brooks's? Oh shit! Oh shit! Hold on, I didn't even see that. That's him. That's him. We do have it on camera. That's him. Hold up. Holy shit! He went off the road. He went off the road. That is him. Back this up some more. Oh wait, no, they're gonna be talking and objecting shit. Okay, whatever.
Thank you. Go ahead.
That's
Do either
him
of
right
those
there.
vehicles have, appearing to you today, to have an inoperable headlight?
Yes.
Which one? If you could
That
circle
one.
it, please.
Obstruction leading.
It's not leading. He may
Insane.
answer.
As they're walking, minding their
Thank you. Clear
business,
that.
he comes through with that shitty ass
And we'll
headlight.
resume at 4 seconds, please.
Boom, right turn. The car was perfectly fine. The car was working perfectly normal. He destroyed the car well after he did that. Moron movements. When I tell you moron movements right there, shit. That's crazy. We caught him. We caught him, guys.
Pause.
Oh wait, is that him?
Pause to 27 seconds.
Holy shit! Hold on. This is all on camera, guys. This is hilarious. That's him right there.
Do you see on the video right now the person you recall being the driver of that vehicle?
Yes.
Could you please circle that person for us?
Oh, this is poetic
I'd
right
like to
here.
mark and preserve this annotation
This shit is almost poetic. It's like, damn, you got caught red-handed, bro.
as Exhibit 65A, please, and move it into evidence.
Objection. Hearsay.
The objection is overruled. Exhibit 65A is received. Go ahead.
Yes, please. The clothing worn by the person you just circled, does that match your memory of what the driver was wearing that day?
Yes.
Okay. And let's play from this point. 27 seconds.
There he is. Look, he's running out. Runs out down the sidewalk. Out of there.
And we'll stop there.
Out of there.
From the 27-second point to the end of the video, the person who you circled, does that match your memory of what the driver did that day after he got out of the SUV?
Yes.
What did you do next?
I attempted to call 911 to report a crash.
If we could take the video down, please. Did you get through on the first call?
No.
What about the second?
No.
Third?
No.
Did you eventually get through?
4th time.
Objection.
Problems. Took you 4 times, right? Problems are happening in the city. Big problems. Took you 4 times to call? That's like some LA shit. Shh.
Hearsay.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the answer. The objection is overruled. Could you please restate your answer, sir?
I believe I got through on the 4th attempt.
And that's when you reported what you saw?
Yes.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all you need. He was like, that's all I have. Man, that's all you need. You saw the man running red-handed Then you have this guy describing him, putting him I mean, it's too perfect. It's poetic.
Questions on cross-exam for this witness?
I do. Can we pull that?
I do. Yeah. Let's pull that back up and debunk this real quick. So, now, I was saying I lived for the cross-examination, but prosecution had me cracked up. They caught him red-handed. Like, shit, that was perfect.
That exhibit back up again. And publish.
65 will be shown. Go ahead.
And publish.
Granted. Permission granted to publish. It's been received.
I like Darrell. She's mocking them. You know she's really fucking with him, right? She's really fucking with him, but then sometimes he gets riled up and she can't handle him. But in her own way, she's really messing with this guy. Granted, permission received. She's playing with him, bro.
Let me know, jurors, when 65 is in the jury box. It's up. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, right as this pause right now, it's not playing. It's at 0. Would it be fair to say that to the, I guess that would be my right of the screen, you can see
He is screaming. He's cracking up the microphone. Like, chill, homie.
a white-looking SUV by the walkway where people would be able to cross the street? Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Yes.
And would it be fair to say that the side street that you lined as being Prospect, I think you said it was, where the 2 do not enter signs are, that would be the side street you're referring to? Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Yes.
Would it be fair to say that from the position that you're in, approximately here, and the side street being here,
And just so the record is clear, Mr. Brooks has annotated the touch screen with a line depicting the direction of Prospect, intersecting with the street, the perpendicular street. I apologize, I don't remember the name, and then an X where
Prospect, he said?
Prospect is the street in the direction of the line.
He's so slow. He's the slowest human being ever. She just said Prospect, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the name. There's always a... Oh my God. Bro is slow. I don't think he finished... Like, he didn't. But, like, he's slow in the brain. Like... Anyways.
There's a cross street there.
Okay.
But the X is indicating where this witness, his dog, and his daughter are in the video. Go ahead.
So from where you're positioned right here by the X, you can see down this street from the position you're in.
No.
No.
So how were you able to see if a vehicle would be coming from this way from the position you're at?
He couldn't.
I didn't see the vehicle driving on Prospect. I saw it driving behind the houses through the yards.
So you were able to see the vehicle behind houses.
Between houses, behind
You said
houses.
behind. You said behind.
Right, through the yards behind the houses.
And you were able to see that from where you were.
Yes.
Can we take those marked lines and stuff down? Can you play it a little bit? I'll tell you when to pause.
You just confirm you want full speed?
Yeah, I guess that would be regular, whatever is the regular speed.
Yes, please.
I'm sorry about that.
Go ahead.
I like how the other prosecutor, he's cool. He's like, I'm sorry about that. And the guy's like, it's okay. It's fine. Yeah. You're still going to jail. You're still going to jail anyway. I knew Izzy wanted to leave. She was posturing to leave. All right. Let's continue.
Would it be fair to say from...
Do you want it paused?
No, not yet. Just, you can let it play. I'll say, I think it's 36 seconds, so... Would it be fair to say from...
Well, hold on. The video's showing, so wait till it's done playing and then ask a question. Or have us pause where you want it paused.
Pause. So it's paused at 18 seconds for the record. Would it be fair to say that in the 18 seconds shown to this point, you're pretty much just walking the dog, moving around, just walking normal? You don't make any sudden moves to the left to look, or you don't stop in your tracks or anything. You're just walking along. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
And you also made reference to hearing a crash. What point did you hear the crash?
Sometime while a vehicle was driving behind the houses.
Why didn't you immediately stop in your tracks and say you just heard something? Why do you just keep moving as if you heard anything? Nothing.
I mean, he has a bit of a point. I mean, that's something. I mean, that's something a real lawyer could have maybe worked with. Like, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to make much of a difference. But looking at the video, he doesn't really seem to notice anything. He just walks along. But like, the biggest thing for me in that whole video was just Darrell Brooks himself driving to the right, clear maroon, as this man says, maroon Ford Escape, took a right with a broken headlight, and then all of a sudden the man runs out. So I mean, that's the biggest part for me, not even his reaction. But I get what he's trying to do. But like, again, in the grand scheme of things, it's not really going to help with much, I don't think.
In my head to see if I could see anything, and I didn't see anything.
And so you just kept moving.
Correct.
So basically, it was just like, oh, walking the dog.
I'm my daughter. Yeah, like, you have to think, like, if I was by myself, I still would mind my business. I'm not trying, like, man, mind your business. 2023 is the year, 2023 is over, but 2024 is the year of minding your damn business, bro. Like, the fuck, like, mind your business. Now, if things present themselves and you have to deal with it, then that's a different story. But minding your business takes you a long way.
Can you play?
And I have my daughter. I'm not trying to do any of that. We're going home.
Pause it.
He does turn his head.
Would it be fair to say that another roughly 8 seconds to play, from 18 seconds to 26 seconds, still you didn't stop in your tracks, still you didn't...
No. He didn't stop in his tracks, but I saw his head turn. So that's the new thing I saw in this video.
...turn to look at the other side of the street in any manner. You're continuing doing what you're doing. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Why so nonchalant?
When the vehicle emerged from the back of the house, I saw that it was damaged, and then in my mind, I knew what I had heard.
With all respect, that wasn't the question. Why so nonchalant at that point?
I didn't think it was anything of great emergency at that point. I just figured that an intoxicated driver may have just struck another vehicle in the back of that alley, and now he was going to take off and run.
Typical shit. That's typical LA shit. You just swipe a parked car, destroy it, hop out and run. I mean, I guess it happens everywhere. And it's not that big a deal because they always get caught and they have to pay fees, and, you know, it's just... So he was like, meh. I mean, I get it, especially if you're a cop, you see that shit every day. It's like, nobody got murdered here. We're fine. Unknowingly, that actually terrible things happened with that exact driver.
Being in law enforcement, why would you not investigate that if you heard something crash? Why, being an officer of the law, why would you not investigate that if you heard that?
I was with my daughter, and I would in no way put her in harm's way.
Exactly. Like, that was the first thing I said. What did I say? Like, yeah, I'm going with my daughter. Even if I was by myself, I'd probably mind my damn business. But as a cop, you probably feel obligated. But you're with your daughter? No, we're going home tonight, right now. The fuck? Like, a loud noise? Yeah, sweetheart, get on this side and let's walk faster. Like, we're not trying to do any of that. I'll shoot you.
Well, I would think it would be fair to say that you can handle yourself. You're obviously an officer of the law. You're trained to be able to handle yourself.
And can she?
Would it be fair to say that you could have at least investigated the sound that you heard, the sound like a crash, at least?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained. It's also a compound question. Please rephrase.
So all these thoughts, maybe it was just a drunk driver and they're gonna run anyway, and all these thoughts, and that never piqued your interest to investigate?
Nope.
Sometimes being a good witness is the best thing to do. That's why I called 911 to report it immediately.
Now that's fair, but being the officer of the law, you're right there.
Again,
Objection. That's not a question. Also asked and answered. Also argumentative.
Sustain this to the form of the question. You don't need to answer, sir.
That's like
Next
three.
question,
That's
please.
like
What
three
if-
objections and that was like a combo punch. Hold on, back that shit up for 2 seconds.
again,
Objection. That's not a question. Also asked and answered. Also argumentative.
Sustain this to the form of the question. You don't need to answer, sir. Next question, please.
What if someone may have been hurt at that point? You don't think you would have an obligation to investigate if
Compound question.
someone may have been injured at that point?
that's why I called 911.
Can you play the rest of the video?
We sure can. Go ahead.
There he is. Whoop.
It did a weird little like motion thing. That's probably from the camera. I would guess. But in that entire video, is it fair to say that you did not reach for a phone and take out a phone from your pockets or anything in any way? That'd be fair to say.
I can't tell if I did from the video itself. I know.
So
that
when
I
did you make the call?
At some point after you started running.
Who is you?
The defendant, the driver of the vehicle.
So how long after you saw the driver of the vehicle did you make the 911 call?
Within seconds, I believe.
Is it fair to say that we don't see that on the video?
The video is very small at that point. It's hard to
Is it
see.
fair to say we don't see you do that on the video?
Yes.
Can we pull the video back up?
He loves asking these questions. He loves
Can you
arguing.
take it to 27 seconds and pause at 27?
He been hanging out with his mama too much. He love arguing. He loves to argue, bro. Man, you need to reevaluate your life. I'm sure that's not what he's doing in prison. He's probably free Darrell Brooks 2024.
Can you, maybe 28. I may be mistaken. Maybe just go one more second. Maybe to 28. Or you know what? No. Keep it paused right there. Would it be fair to say that you noticed the vehicle in this area right there?
Yes.
Can you remove the X? And what do you see right there?
You.
I don't understand.
Do you see anything right there? An individual, anything? Do you see anything right there?
It's
inside
hard to
the
tell
circle?
from that picture what I can see.
Can you move it? Can we blow it up a little bit or move it closer?
No.
Just a little bit?
I don't know that it can be zoomed in. Does that the
Can it-
state
can
have
it be
that
zoomed in?
capability?
So we can zoom in as long as the defendant's okay with dispensing with any technological foundation issues there. But we can zoom in. We have the ability to do that.
Would you like it zoomed in?
What do you mean by not? Say that again? I'm sorry.
We can zoom in if you want to.
Can you zoom in just a little bit? Just a smidgen.
That's the extent of our zooming capabilities with this
No,
software.
that's fine. That's fine. Can you see anything there?
It looks like something white. I don't know if that's the driver.
Looks like something white.
Yes, it's light colored.
White color what?
It's light colored.
Light colored, but you did say white. Is that fair to say that you just said white?
I just did say white.
Can you erase the circle? Zoom back out. Take the. It's like a box there in the corner that's kind of throwing the whole exhibit off. Take it back to the regular. You testified earlier that you saw the driver with a gray hoodie, as you referred to it. Do you recall saying that?
Yes.
Would I just circle right there? Would you, from your recollection, say that that was the driver you saw?
I don't know what that is at this point.
You don't-
It's
you
just
don't
a
know?
paused video. It could be a glare. It could be a person. I don't know. You could play it again.
Well, let's play it again.
From the 27th.
Stop right there.
Okay.
Yeah, from the 27 mark. I think it just played maybe what, a second, half a second or something like that.
There
Did
we
you
go.
see
That's him.
that whatever you said you didn't know what it was, could have been a person, could have been something else? Did you see it move from the position that it was before?
Yes.
And you also identified that that was white, right? That's what you said, correct?
I did say that.
And would it be fair to say that you saw the driver in gray?
Man, oh my god, bro. It's a mistake. The camera's grainy. It looks like ass. I wouldn't have even said white. I probably would have said a light colored something. But he's trying to get, like, at the same time, bro, the small detail that doesn't line up compared to all the ones that do will blow this out of the water. Brooks is doing way too much over the smallest detail. He's trying too hard. There's nothing there, bro. There's nothing there. I promise
Would that
you.
be fair to say?
Yes.
Take the circle off.
Please.
You also stated that you were about 50 feet from the well, you added the vehicle in too. You said maybe 50 feet, and then depending on the length of the vehicle. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
And from where you are here to here, because it would be fair to say we can't see a vehicle in the picture at that point. Would that be fair to say? We can't see a vehicle that would be facing you because you said it was facing you. We can't see a vehicle. Would that be fair to say?
From this angle of vehicles obstructed, yes.
So that would be 50 feet from, approximately 50 feet from X to X.
Approximately.
And you were able to see the driver and a description from where you're standing now to where the other X is.
Yes.
And you were able to make out the race of the driver.
I mean, he's not blind, bro, and he doesn't even wear glasses. So you know what that's telling us? He can probably see well. Like, bro is trying way too hard, man. There's really nothing of sustenance coming out of this questioning anymore. Let's move past that.
Said that the item in the video appeared to be white.
Did you not say that the item moved? As you say item, did you not say the item moved from where it was at?
Yes.
Would it be fair to say that there can be no movement to an item if it wasn't a person?
Yes.
A person that you described wearing white?
On the video screen, it appeared white. It appeared light colored or white.
Would it be fair to say that you said white? That was your first?
Yes.
At any time in that video, could you see hair?
In the video,
In the video.
you can't see very much in the video. No.
Hell no, you can't see here.
After making the 911 call, did you return back to the scene where you noticed the vehicle?
Yes.
And did you investigate at that point?
Yes.
So what changed from the point that you heard a crash, as you say, and then returning back to where you saw the vehicle? What changed between those times?
As I was talking to the 911 dispatcher, I wanted to give them better details about the vehicle, so I walked back over to give
So at
them
the time that you initially made the 911 call, there were still details about what you saw that you were unsure of. Would that be fair to say?
I believe they asked me what the license plate was, and I couldn't see it from where I was at, so I walked back over to give that to them.
So you couldn't see the license plates of the vehicle from where you were at?
There was no license plate on the front of the vehicle, so I could not see it.
So you came back to investigate.
He looked down when he said that. He was like, "Oh shit, I forgot. I didn't have plates at the front." That's fucking hilarious, man. The guy is out of his league. Doesn't know what he's doing at all.
But it would be fair to say that they gave reports from what they observed when coming to the scene. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Report to you that they heard any crash?
No, not that I recall.
Did they report to you that they saw a driver?
No.
So as far as you can recall, you were the only one that heard the crash.
As far as I know, yes.
No further questions.
Yeah, so that was pretty much the Darrell Brooks clown show. But man, when I tell you the prosecution got him on that one, like prosecution had him drive to the right, running behind the houses, and the officer seeing them. It was good work. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, y'all, I love you guys, man. I hope you guys have a beautiful last day. Keep strong, get through it. You know what I mean? And if you're having a good day already, then I hope you keep having a good day. But until the next one, people, stay inside, stay safe. I love y'all. I'm up out of here.